Hello and welcome back. In this video, I'll be doing some review from COP 2000. So for many of you, it may have been a little while since you've taken it. You may not have taken it over the summer. It's been a couple of semesters, so I want to make sure everybody's on the same page. So I'll doing a little bit of a review here. I've got Visual Studio open, and I actually had to re-record this video because I had some settings set up incorrectly in my Visual Studio. So I'll walk you through how to do a new project here. So we do File, New, and then create a new project. And then you can name it whatever you want. I usually put some sort of identifier that says something like that, the course name, and then that it's a review. Set your template to Visual C++ in general. And then click Empty Project. I have some extra things installed that you guys don't, but you should have the same. Once you click Visual C++, you should have that general available, an Empty Project. So ignore all the extra stuff that you have. So I already have mine created, so I'll click Cancel. And I have my whole what they call a solution. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it too much. It's basically another name for your project. And then I had to add a source file. So go to Add, and then New Item. So I right-clicked on Source Files, and then Add, and then New Item. And then create a C++ file, and I called mine main, which is usually the name that you'll call it when that's your where your program starts. That's what they call the main entry point of your program. So I've already done that, and I have some source code typed in here. Okay. So these other things, this include and using namespace, don't worry about that too much. This is where your program starts as far as you're concerned. So it starts at main, and then it starts executing code, one line of code at a time. So usually the first program that you'll see when you're actually learning programming language, and this is just so you know, it's called Hello World, and it's I think it's a historical thing from the early programming books of the 50s and 60s and 70s would use a Hello World example. I'm not sure the first book it came from, but so you have your C out, and that will actually print the text to the screen. And so when I say print, I don't mean print to a printer. I mean what's known as printing to the console. So that actually show the text on the screen, Hello World, and then that will print a new line afterwards. And then, so this is just something I have to do. It's an issue with Visual Studio. What'll happen is if we don't have this, well, I can show you what'll happen. I'll go ahead and comment this out. And then, so right now we just have a Hello World program. And then, so we go to debug and start the program without debugging. Okay, and then so the screen flashed really quick and then went away. I don't even know if it'll show up on the video. So it did print out that Hello World, but it went away because the program returned. So one of the things you can do to temporarily fix that is just to wait for a key to be pressed. And so this is kind of a little bit of a hack, and you wouldn't really publish a production program like this because you're usually not starting it from Visual Studio, but it'll work for our purposes. So now if we do start without debugging, we got our Hello World program, and then so we can either close it or I just hit enter, and then the program exited. So for any of you it's been a while, go ahead and type this in and make sure you've got Visual Studio set up correctly, and just do the Hello World example, play with it a little bit, add some more lines of text. So you can say maybe just to make sure you have Visual Studio installed correctly and you know how everything works. Look forward to working with everybody and having some more videos on the way.